Hi guys, Dave here with a new lesson. Today we're going to look at the rhythm guitar part to Cosmic Girl by Jamiroquai. Quite a simple song. There's only really two main chord sequences to this, and then there's a bridge bit in the middle which is basically the chorus chords, but all the guitar does is this kind of like little percussive scratching thing that we'll get into later. So first of all, I'll just go through the main chord sequence that you hear in the intro and the verses, and then I'll go through the actual guitar part. So the verse and intro are in the key of E minor. It's kind of like an E minor Dorian sort of feel to it. So the chords are just E minor 7 for a whole bar, then it goes up to F sharp minor 7 for a beat and a half, and then it pushes into like a B7, like it's an altered B7. It's a B7 sharp 5. And so that's the actual kind of harmony underneath it. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. That's basically the chord sequence. Now the guitar part, we're going to play the E minor 7, and we're just going to play on beat 1, and then on beat 3, and it's just down, up, down, up. And in between, on beats 2 and 4, you just cut the chord off. You can just do it just by relaxing your left hand, or you can do what I do is I do that, but I also kind of palm it off with my right as well. So you get. Then we're going to move up 2 frets to play the F sharp minor 7. Again, just a down, up, just on beat 1. And then the first time we're just going to play a B7. So it's this caged shape which you'll see. Try that again, caged shape. It's like a D7 sort of shape, but movable. You'll see that in the tab. Again, down, up. So that's the first time through. Then the second playthrough, he plays the E minor 7, but he just adds his little finger on the first string. Very much a Nile Rodgers chord shape this. Same thing. Then F sharp minor 7. Then he does us like an altered version. So this is like a B7 sharp 5. Just played on the top 3 strings. Like that. Then we're going to play the first one again. And then the second time, again that alternative shape for the E minor 7. F sharp minor 7. And then what I see Rob Harris do sometimes, their guitars, is this version of, it's basically a B7 sharp 5 flat 9. So just bowing across the 8th fret on the top 3 strings, and then fret 7 on the D. So you can play around with these, like, as far as like the B7 shapes. You can play them in any kind of sequence you like, really. Any sort of altered shape works really well in this kind of chord sequence. So anyway, so there you go. That is the verse and intro guitar part. Okay, so the chorus harmony is quite straightforward. We're just going to do a G sharp minor, just for a beat and a half, and then that pushes into an F sharp minor. And then that holds for an entire bar after that. So it's like 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to get the same rhythm. We're going to do a B7 up to a C sharp minor. So again, it's the same push. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Right, so does that 4 times, and that is the harmony for the chorus. Now, the guitar part in the chorus, it's really buried in the track. It was quite an effort to kind of pick it out. But it's a single note line. So I'll give you the first 2 bars. Actually, the first bar, yeah, it only plays on the last half beat on the forehand. Oh, something else I should add really is the key is basically changed from E minor to C sharp minor. That's the other thing I should have mentioned. So this single note line is really based upon the C sharp minor pentatonic. So that might give you some sort of reference if you're coming up with your own sort of lines in a similar vein. So anyway, the first bit, the first 2 bars. So I'm thinking around this sort of kind of, I forget what position this would be. Yeah, no, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but it's basic. I think of it more in terms of those sort of kind of pentatonic patterns, but you can think of it as kind of a box. C sharp minor pentatonic. Anyway, back to the actual riff. So that first note actually happens on the forehand. So it's gone like that. And then all over the F sharp minor chord you get this. And then a shift up. And then come back down. You'll see it all up in the tab there, so I don't have to go through all the notes. As far as picking though, I'll give you the pick direction. So it's a down, and then you're just going to go down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down. There's a little ghost note on a down. Hit that on an up, and then down again. Like that. And then over the B7 to C sharp, nothing over B7. And then on the C sharp, you're actually playing the C sharp root. So for that, I'm just going down and then on and up. So it's like 1, like that, and then I've got down, 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 up, down, up, like that. You'll hear it more kind of clearly on the slow playthrough with the drums, so you'll be able to pick up the rhythm from that. But that's basically the chorus guitar part. Right, over the bridge, this is really nothing at all, really. All I'm doing is muting off the strings, and it seems like it's the same one bar rhythm repeated throughout. Chord-wise, although it's only really the bass playing underneath and the drums, harmony-wise, it's still kind of basically the chorus. Although I don't think it really matters because we're just muting strings for this. But anyway, so all you're going to do, mute the strings off and go. Start on the one end, and you're going to go down, up, and then you're going to do the same thing with an extra one on the 3 hand. So you're going to go 3 and 4, and again that's just down, up, down. So it's like 1, like that. Again, you'll hear it more clearly against the drums on the slow playthrough. Okay guys, that's the lesson. Like I say, very simple song, very simple guitar parts. The main challenge, of course, with all this stuff is to kind of play it in the pocket and yeah, keep it nice and tight and funky. Okay guys, I hope you have a lot of fun with this one, and I will see you again real soon.